Good morning, good morning, good morning. I'm Shan Ferdinand here with Mr. Kerry Ferdinand.
Hey, you.
Welcome to Black Lion Live. We're here talking Hampton Roads, real estate, and business. We got Royce on the ones and twos.
We're gone.
Remember, if you like what you see in here, to like and subscribe on YouTube, and don't forget to hit that notification bell.
Hold on.
Ding.
Let's get in.
We forgot the man's on the back end.
We got Leon Noir, and what's this guy's name?
That's the Dark Commander.
And the Dark Commander from the Transformers. They said, "What's up?"
Autobots roll out. Yeah.
Let's get into
Let's
it.
get straight into it. So first things first, every morning we got to start off by how's everybody morning going? This wonderful Wednesday, September 13th, 2023. Kerry?
Yo, first and foremost, I'm a little mad that you had to look over there and see what it was.
You had to
look at the date?
Yeah.
You had to.
Sometimes it's like that, you know.
Exactly. You had to go
Be
into my
like that.
secrets.
No, listen, all is good and well. Living the dream as best as I can. Fired up to go to Colorado coming up and do a little Florida trip in between.
Oh yeah.
What are we asking? How's my weekend? All that good stuff.
We just asked how your morning was, what you went on ahead when.
Oh yeah. Nah,
five
man,
notches
I'm
to the left.
fired up, man. You know what I'm saying? Get to be around them young folks over there at Norfolk State University.
Behold,
Shout out to the Spartans.
the green and gold.
Just had they battle of the bands. I missed it.
Didn't they play Hampton?
I missed it. Not sure. So no, listen, all is well and good in the hood, as they would say. Fired up, ready to go.
That's good stuff.
Lock, cock, ready to rock.
Let's go.
Cool. Shan,
I'm
how's your morning?
good. I'm a little tired, but I'm here. You know, had a good weekend. I honestly don't remember what I did this weekend, but I know it was a good weekend. So, what did we do this weekend?
I have no idea.
I don't remember. Let me try to. I know I went to the trail, walked the Nolan Trail, right? Did that. The rest is a blur. But other than that, having a great day, having a great week. I'm looking forward to Florida this coming weekend. Yeah, I'm blessed. How about you, Royce?
Man, man, it's good, man. We've been busy all week, so it's a good week when you got stuff to do. When you're not sitting in the house.
Time flies when you're having fun.
Hey, not to mention, we got training today.
Oh yeah.
With one of the industry's legends, Mr. Michael Jackson. Not he Michael Jackson, but Mr. Real Estate, 30 years retired Air Force Michael Jackson. So shout out to him and the rest of the team. So I know I'm excited.
I'm excited.
So
I'm pumped up, ready to go.
Okay. So this week we got the little Florida trip joint. How y'all feel about that?
Oh, so the Florida trip. So I don't know about you, but I'm super excited about the Florida trip. We're taking the team, going down to Florida, doing some research down in Tampa real estate market, see how that's going to do. But I'm really excited to be able and blessed that I could go out there with the team and really hang out and, relax a little bit, plus get a little work. So play hard, work hard, all that stuff.
Play hard.
Hey.
Anyway.
Hey, I want y'all to know Shan is the best chair dancer ever. So you're wondering what that means,
what
right?
do you mean by that?
Shan from the waist up, she will rock, right? But you can't get her on the dance floor. She will not do it. But in the chair, she will rock out.
Because these knees, they're not what they used to be,
That WPI rhythm.
Yes.
Yeah.
I have rhythm. Okay.
I feel it. Shan, how you feel about the little, Florida trip this weekend?
I'm excited. Florida, excuse my stumbling over my words, but Florida's a beautiful state. Anybody who has ever been there probably can attest to that. But I'm looking forward to it. I'm excited. If you're out there and you have some recommendations for great restaurants, send them my way because I'm looking for them. I'm a little bit of a foodie.
So yeah, definitely not just restaurants, but if there's any meats, any places that you should you think we should check out. Pause, Royce, because as soon as I said meats, the 18-year-old in the background buzzing. And Royce, you got a birthday this weekend, right?
Yeah, bro, tomorrow, man.
You know what I'm saying? So, it's gonna be a good week. But if
Definitely.
you have any recommendations, if you're in Tampa, Florida, or the Tampa area, let us know where the hangout spots are. Great restaurants,
So we can be there.
sights, views, Clearwater Bridge, Bridgeport. No, that's New York.
Lord,
But if you got any sites, just let us know.
completely different
Whole
atmospheres,
different-
all of that.
Yeah,
Whole different air.
Yeah, shout out to the fam in New York. I was
Yeah, cause
thinking about them.
that was a little crazy. You just gave it up like that. So do you want to unveil what we, what the podcast gonna be?
So if y'all tune in next week, the work doesn't slow down. So if y'all tune in next week, you will notice that we'll be doing our live actually in Tampa. So there's gonna be a moment where we break out and we actually do our episode in Tampa.
This is all new to me. That's
Yeah.
good stuff.
That's why we're gonna have that meeting today, man.
Okay.
Everybody up in the air with it,
All
what I'm saying?
right.
So, anyways, that's good. That's some little sauce, some for the little viewers to look forward to. But let's go ahead, get into that breakdown of what we got to do today. So we looking at today, Sharon.
Today, we have current events by Mr. Carey.
Hey,
Small business highlights. We got Meet the Brand. We got our real estate highlights. We have our TikTok blind review, and that was sent in by Karima. And we have question and answers.
Okay. Come on, Mr. Carey, man. Let's get into your little segment, your current events.
all right. So speaking current events, everybody gets excited. It's this time of year, right? It's the time of year.
Uh-huh.
What time of year is it?
It's-
iPhone release.
iPhone release time, right? Everybody gets super excited about an iPhone release, right? So I went up there and I don't know if y'all know, but you could download, just so you know, you can go on your phone and you can download the beta version of any iOS system that's coming up, right?
What?
So when you go online and you see on YouTube them people playing with their phones and they got all these neat tricks and tips for the iOS systems coming up, just know you can do that. So I've been playing with
Cool
it.
stuff.
So we got iOS 17 coming out in or about the 19th. If you've been on the Apple website in the last couple of days, so by the time this video comes out, the site should be up. But if you actually go on the Apple site right now, you'll see coming soon stuff. So that's pretty cool. So the iPhone 15 is coming out. I know you're excited.
I am. I saw that it's titanium, or I guess you can get a titanium version, or is it the titanium color?
Listen,
I just saw titanium.
I know whatever Apple is doing, they wilding out. I don't know if Samsung been on their neck. I don't know if Samsung's been challenging, but
Let's look this up.
they are on it, right? So if you have an iPhone 14 and below, guess what? Your charging cable will not work for your 15.
They're switching it out again.
They go into USB-C.
Lord.
So
Okay.
just so you know that USB-C. But I think I'm not a Samsung person, a Droid person, but I think Android been doing that already anyway.
Yeah.
Okay, so guess what? I guess you can now. I'm assuming Apple's pretty good to make sure you can't use their charging device with nobody else's. So
Oh yeah, they go definitely have somewhere where you can't use you can't use any type of. It's gonna be some chip that they gotta pick.
yeah, it's gonna be something crazy.
Or they gonna charge as fast. You know what I'm saying?
Now, for y'all video and content creators, Royce,
Yeah.
if you get the iPhone 15 Pro, you have the ability to do 3D videos,
That's cool.
right?
Okay.
All right. So then, if you get the iPhone 15 Pro Max, not only can you do 3D video, you now have the capability to do 5 zoom.
5x zoom, man. There's
Yeah,
better some cameras out here,
zoom.
man.
So, you can get to the pores. You get all the way to somebody's pores on, you know what I mean? And then, with all that great stuff going on with iPhone and everybody's screaming hoorah, if you're in China, just know that they're trying to restrict all iPhone movement. They're trying to shut it down.
Really?
Dang.
Why?
Right? I don't know why, but I guess, keep it China, I guess. I don't know.
Keep it in Beijing.
You know what I'm saying? Keep it China. So I
Yeah,
can't be mad at it, but iPhone is definitely so. Like I said, I've been playing with the iOS 17 for a couple of days, and I want to say standby mode is by far one of my favorites.
Standby, what's that?
So you take your phone, when you put it on the charger, you turn it sideways, and now you have another screen that comes up. It turns into like a clock, calendar. You could have your pictures and stuff going by, but it's just a feature that, I mean, sounds like they should have been had it. You know what I'm saying? Like you turn your phone sideways while it's charging.
You now have your clock.
Yeah. So that was powerful. But I would say that all the new nuances with the 17, iOS 17, just know that you have to have another phone that's iOS 17 compatible. So I had to figure that out yesterday.
And let's talk about that.
Some stuff.
Let's talk about that name drop, man. The iOS 17. You might not have it on beta, but they talked about it earlier this year.
What's that?
It's a little. It's like really. I mean, I would call it a networking. Kind of.
Yeah. So
kind
that.
Of device.
So that's one of the things where I say you have to have.
The other person has to have the 17.
Right. So for those that don't know what we're talking about, so before, if you had something like if you wanted to share somebody's contact information, you took it, you airdropped it, or you sent it that way. Or if you're savvy, you had one of those cards like Popple and one of those other devices, you do the QR code or do it that way. But now, Apple to Apple or iPhone to iPhone, you can just tap them. And I know that's old technology because I remember that being out on Samsung probably.
But I mean, did Samsung
years
do it
ago.
like them though?
Yeah,
it fell off.
So they literally just tap phones. And you could transfer music, all kind of other stuff. Yeah, like you can transfer whatever you want. Now, I don't know to the extent. I just know the contact because it's off. So here's what's cool about it, though, right? So Royce, sometimes we have problems doing airdrops, right? Yeah. So now what it is say you're doing the airdrop. So you and I, we airdrop right now, right, with the NFC. As we move away, typically that airdrop will stop, right?
Yeah.
Well, now what it does is it's going to upload to your cellular data. So one's going to be uploading while the other one's downloading. So as soon as we tap, we airdrop, we start walking off, it's going to continue the data transfer through cellular. So I think that's pretty cool.
Okay.
Technology is consistently advancing. It's amazing what it's doing. I saw the video for, I guess it was the Apple video for the 15, and it was a guy, he was FaceTiming, I guess, his daughter from his watch, and it just took me back to older cartoons where they were talking
Jetsons on
their watches, and Dick Tracy talking on his watch, and the Jetsons FaceTiming. I mean, we're watching all of that unfold before our
Star
eyes.
Trek, yeah.
Think about where we'll be in 10 years.
We're gonna be in January. Apple, I don't think they talked about it in the what is it called, the seminar or whatever they do.
Yeah, the press release.
Yeah, the press release. But the little goggle joints, the little Vision Pro joints. I was saying, shoot, if I had the money, I'm getting it, because they said for editor, just gonna be like something crazy, all immersive into your project. Dude,
I know. For the past few years, they've been working on the glasses, and I'm excited to see the glasses when it finally drops, because not so much as having all that technology right there in your glasses, but actually being able to help you, like you would never have to get another prescription again, because the glasses always
cool.
adjusting, right? And then for somebody like me, I have different glasses for different things, so even they'll tint the glasses for you. I mean, it's
I didn't
really
know
cool
that they were doing that.
Yeah, so listen, technology's coming a long way. Oh, side note, Google just came out with something, and this is going to be real powerful for Google, because what makes Apple so strong is the ecosystem, right?
Right.
Yeah.
How you can link everything together. Well, guess what? Google's dropping their own version of the cloud.
I thought they did that with Drive.
Right. So Drive sucks.
Drive
sucks, right? But when we talk about, my opinion, Drive sucks.
I like Drive.
Well, think about it. You like Drive, but you love the cloud, right? And this is how we know, right? Because everybody in here has an Apple device, right? Because it's seamlessly easy. You're on your desktop, your laptop, or your phone, tablet, whatever. And if you have something on any one of those devices, you could just pull it down.
Yeah.
Now, the problem with Drive, because everybody says, yeah, well, you can do that with the Drive. But the Drive, you have to purposely put something in the Drive to pull it down somewhere else, right? Apple, it's just there.
I don't. What do you mean?
So right now, if you have something on your desktop and your computer, you can pull whatever's on your desktop right now.
Right.
If you have something on your desktop right now, you can't do that.
So you mean that you can skip that step of actually with Apple, you can skip the step of uploading the document to the drive so that you then have access to it from anywhere.
Right. Now, it is
Apple,
my
you have
opinion.
access
Now, I'm
regardless.
not an Apple fanboy, but I will say this: I do believe.
You sound like it.
So Shan was right. The iPhone 15 Pro is titanium.
Oh, hey, that's the
Now,
stuff.
there's one con about that. Drop it on your face middle of the night. You're going to the ER.
Hey, my guy, what are you doing in the middle of the night with the phone up in the air? So
Main checking Instagram, texting, boo loving. You know
exactly,
what I'm saying?
boo loving, because
Now-
that pleasure might get too good to where that hand release.
But it don't matter what you doing. It's matter if
I can't think of how many times I'm gonna be.
I've dropped my phone on my face a couple times now. It's a thing. It's a thing.
Now, Vision, you in the bed, hands up on your phone, maybe holding one hand get weak.
And it falls. This
Your
never
whole-
happened to you? There are whole videos made about this happening.
Your
Never
whole-
happened to you? Of course not.
Yeah, of course they happen to carry wear hats all the time, so it's impossible.
All right, so like I was saying, not a fanboy, Apple fanboy, because I do think Samsung does a lot of things better hardware wise, but the ecosystem of Apple, and that's what has me sold
It's
on
amazing.
Apple. Yeah. So if Google's trying to bridge that gap, that's amazing.
Yeah, so
Moving on. What's up?
The pricing. Would you ever think to spend $900 on a phone?
It's only 900.
So that's crazy, because back in the day when iPhones was 300 and 400 and 500, now you're saying only.
Well, I'm saying only because I've seen like when the 13, 14, 15 come out, they're $1,200, $1,300.
You gotta figure those are base prices. When you talking about the maxes, when you talk about the Pro
base.
and the
No,
Pro,
that's
you're right.
base.
Oh, that's okay.
And then when you start putting some memory in those things,
Oh yeah, 'cause
and
they
then
only
changing
give-
the colors.
Yeah, because they only,
Yeah.
the colors definitely immersive. They definitely give you a wide spectrum of colors.
What?
So the prices go from iPhone 15 is $800, iPhone 15 Plus is $900. iPhone 15 Pro is $1,000, and iPhone 15 Pro Max is $1,500.
Sheesh.
Oh, so it's not
such a
only
large
anymore?
jump from the Pro
so
to the Pro Max?
I think it has to do with more hardware, because I always used to wonder why the Pro and Pro Max, because at one point it was just size, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So now it seems like it's technology, because if you look at these basic specs right here, without me being, I'm not a specky, I'm not a techie dude, right? I'm not that guy. But from going from the 15 Pro to the Pro Max, it sounds like the camera's already much better. But I think Apple does a great job of fooling people to buy their stuff for cameras.
And then they bump up, because I don't even think on the base model, it doesn't look like right here you can get a terabyte. You can only go up to 512 gigabytes.
Yeah.
And that makes it jumps to 1200
So I feel like
base model.
I feel like they're being better with their pricing. So, all right, so moving on, because we're not gonna stay on Apple all day.
Yeah, we can use all day.
So right now, I know for the most part, you could schedule your Uber 30 days in advance, right? Well, Uber said we're gonna power up, and now it's 90 days out. So I don't know how that changes the game, but they announced it, so that's what's new and hot and out there. So
Okay,
you going on a trip, I guess you could schedule your Uber 90 days out from the airport to wherever.
But that sounds like a fail. Because what happens if that Uber that is supposed to be picking you up?
I mean, I don't know how it works. I didn't get. I tried playing with the app to see how it works. It didn't really guide me through on what that was supposed to look like. But I'm assuming like executive staff. If you have an executive staff and you're planning something,
Yeah.
For planning purposes, hey, we have it from here to here to there to there. But again, I think if you have an executive staff, you already have
Yeah.
your logistics worked out. So I don't know what that is. Maybe we'll just keep watching, paying attention, because I don't understand the so what
Yeah,
yet.
that's a
But
little-
I don't understand so what either.
Yeah, I
I'm
don't-
lost. I did just notice, I don't know how long the feature has been on the app, but I know at one time you couldn't add different people's profiles to your profile. So now I have my son, Asante, I have a profile for him, and I can send an Uber, specifically for him.
Yeah. So you know what's crazy? So going back to Apple just for a hot second, one of the newer things that they came up, you know how you might go see your mother, your father, your family member, child, or whatever, and you say, hey, text me when you get in, and you do that whole dance, and you don't do it. So one of the safety features, which I think is really cool, and this is just a software update, so this is free for people who already have it, but the person who's supposed to be doing the check-in, once they get to wherever they're going, it automatically sends
that's awesome. That's good stuff.
It automatically sends a text or a notification saying the person said the person reached. So I think that's pretty cool. But anyway,
okay,
moving forward. So I don't really understand the so what in the Uber Reserve, but they released it. It sounds like, if you're watching this, please leave it in the comments or whatever on what you think it is, what the so what is, because I don't know.
Feels a little dashy crashy, but
right. So
anyway,
now this is where I thought we was going to spend most of the time on, but we're going to jump into this one. Everybody here, if you're in Hampton Roads, right, or you're in any metropolitan area, we all know that there is going to be some kind of road rage. We're going to be stuck in traffic. There's going to be some fingers being thrown. You're going to be sitting there, especially it's hot outside, all that good stuff. And if you've been in the Hampton Roads longer than a year, 6 months, a week, you know that Hampton Roads stays doing road work. I've been here for a little bit over 20 years, and Hampton Road has always been doing work on I-64. Right? Has anybody? Royce, you're 18, so as long as you've been alive, they've been doing work on it on I-64.
Yeah, morning, day, night. In your mouth.
Right.
Mm-hmm. No, not like that. Not like that. Pause. Go.
Yeah.
So that being said, all right. Tashawana Banks.
Tashana, is that what it is? Tashana.
Yeah. Well, okay. Miss Banks.
Mm-hmm.
Riding down 64, gets off on the exit, going 64 east towards Virginia Beach, the dark side, right? Heading from Oyster Point, going. All right.
64 going down to the dark
Hampton,
side.
Yeah.
Hampton. There we go.
Right.
Yeah.
So we're riding, and she merges in traffic. Something goes back and forth. Her and another driver. He brake checks her a few times. And he finally pulls up next to her and pulls out a gun.
Wow. Did he unload?
Nah, he didn't unload. She found the state trooper. State trooper said, we really can't do anything about it. Well, guess what?
Instagram, TikTok, Facebook.
Social media. She took the social media, and now we have a man that's been captured, 58-year-old Eugene Tarillo.
Got him.
He's been charged with brandishing a firearm, reckless driving, assault, reckless driving of a vehicle, and use of a firearm.
Ooh.
Listen, this is what I love the most about social media is that you can get away with nothing. Like if you post a video on TikTok, Instagram, and you just let the algorithm work, somebody's gonna find that person. Can't get away with anything.
So based off of social media, they ran the man down. He's been charged. He didn't want to comment, obviously, but listen, I think this speaks to a grander subject of personal safety, which gives us a great segue and bring this up. We are planning a home safety firearm class, and we're putting that together. So stay tuned. Shan is working that out, so just know that that's coming. Stay tuned. We'll keep you more informed. But this right here talks to protection and the reason why you should be protected. But it also talks about how unstable people can be. And I will say this is not a reflection on Hampton Roads as a whole.
Well, I just want to add that I'm looking at Forbes Advisor, Forbes.com, and it says that 5 of the top 10 states with the most confrontational drivers are in the South. Virginia's on that list.
So I feel like I feel like you qualified it by saying in the South.
Hey,
because I would assume it's Florida, Georgia.
Nope.
Colorado.
It's West Virginia.
My guy.
Oklahoma.
You know what Colorado is?
Huh? What you mean?
I'm gonna keep going. We're gonna act like we didn't hear that.
Yeah.
So it's West Virginia, Oklahoma, Alabama, and Texas.
Texas makes sense.
Yeah, Texas makes sense.
I expected because you remember there was that shootout.
So where we? What was ours? What were we ranked at?
Numbers. Well, I don't know. This just says 5 of the top 10 states, so I'm not sure what ranking order it's in. But Virginia is definitely on this list.
Okay.
Now think about it; those states are also the most gun-friendly states too.
Yeah.
That's why I said I would have imagined. Well, Texas is not South.
This list says it is. Texas is South. Texas is South.
Is it considered the South?
It's South and it's Central. So
I thought it was more. I thought it was Central.
Well, it's at the bottom. South.
It is at the bottom.
So, but it's also in the middle, Central.
Right.
So I don't know.
Yeah, I thought it was.
But this list says South.
Okay.
All right. Yeah.
Well, you know, in it. But anyways, that's definitely
Oh, Virginia's number 4.
Whew, that's too high.
Oh. Wow. It says Virginia drivers were the third most likely to report that another driver had exited their vehicle to yell at or fight with them, honked at them in frustration and yelled at them, insulted them, cursed at them, or made threats.
Now listen, with that being said, if you've ever been in traffic between Fredericksburg all the way to DC, that Northern Virginia traffic, I understand. And anything on 64 from Williamsburg to the beach, to Virginia Beach, I clearly understand because Virginia drivers are interesting. And
I say interesting.
And then with the gun laws and maybe Virginia is a F around and find out state.
Yeah, the
Might
more
be.
the more you F around, you gonna eventually find out. You know
Absolutely, in Virginia.
Definitely. But let's go ahead. Get into that small business highlight. You know what I'm saying? What's that small business highlight?
So listen, I think I'm going to jump off on this one.
Go right ahead.
So shout out. So this is a horrible segue, but shout out.
It all ties together. We didn't do this intentionally.
No, this was not done intentionally, but a big shout out to Tactical Firearms here in Newport News. Small business.
I believe they're veteran owned as well.
Absolutely. Listen, so that's another thing about Virginia. It's number 1 for veterans across the country, with Texas and Oklahoma being 2 and 3. So that being said, veteran owned. If you are ever putting your AR-15 or you need any parts or whatever, great guys go in there and talk to those fellas in there. They help you put your weapon together. They provide you with great information. They really educate you on your firearm. They have a lot of cool stuff in there, and for them to be as small as they are, they really pack a big punch when you go in there. If you are short on ammo, y'all remember a few years back when ammo was hard to come by? They stayed stocked. Don't know how they did it, but they stayed stocked. They also did a great job by keeping AR-15 parts in stock. So I don't know how they manage what they manage, but great business, great people behind the counter, great information. I just picked up a couple firearms from them earlier this month, so shout out to them.
And I think you mentioned it, but they educate you.
Definitely.
They definitely educate you on your weapon. They're not there just to sell you a gun. They educate you on your weapon. So if you support the Second Amendment right, Lord, I'm so tongue tied today.
Wow.
If you finish it up for me.
if you're a supporter of the Second Amendment rights,
Thank you.
please make sure you check out Tactical Firearms in Newport News. Their address is, I gotta take my glasses off for this.
9913 Warwick Boulevard, Newport News, Virginia 23601.
And again, if you, I'm gonna send. They have any socials? But their phone number, you can check them out. They have a website, and phone number is 757-595-1627. At least stop in there, go in there, talk to those guys, show them some appreciation. Definitely veteran owned, definitely veterans behind the counter, and they will definitely talk to you about weapon safety. And
Definitely.
Yeah, definitely weapon safety, and they will point you in the right direction as far as giving you recommendation for firearms. And I would say that they don't try to upsell you, which was cool. Because I went in there looking for a higher caliber. They talked to me about ballistics and gave me a whole class about 9mm ballistics, and I was thoroughly impressed, and I made the right purchase for me, I believe.
I learned that there are people out there that actually make their own bullets. I didn't know that was a thing. Well, I might have known, but that's pretty cool.
It is cool. So shout out to those guys.
Okay.
Did you have anything else you want to say? Because I think I
was
just kind of
tongue-tied.
robbed you out of that
That's
segment.
fine. I'm stumbling over my words today, so.
Bibbity bobbity. Anyways, let's go ahead. Crack into this, meet the brand. It's still National Sickle Cell Awareness Month. So, yeah.
Yeah, still National Sickle Cell Awareness Month. I would like to correct a statement that I made on the last episode where I said that there is no cure. I actually was doing a little bit of research, and I found that there is a cure for some patients, and it is a bone marrow transplant. Some patients, they are, if they meet certain health criteria, then they are eligible to get the bone marrow transplant, but it's not for all patients. And for those patients who can't get a bone marrow transplant, there is no cure. And so there's still much research to be done around the area of sickle cell disease. So again, if you want to learn more or donate to the Sickle Cell Foundation, visit sicklecellfoundation.org.
Okay. You know what I'm saying? Cool little sickle cell joint.
Yeah, I don't have much to say because I think I said it all last time. I guess we could just definitely contribute to any sickle cell organization. There's a lot of them, and just contribute, just be a part, be part of the help,
and
we're be part of the problem.
And they can
Educate
donate
yourself.
at the link, all right?
Yep, and you can go in, since there are sickle cell patients looking for bone marrow matches. You can go to the Sickle Cell Foundation to find out where you can go to determine whether or not you can be a bone marrow donor. That helps out tremendously. If you can donate your bone marrow and cure somebody of the disease, to me, that's a miracle. So yeah, go to sicklecellfoundation.org, do your research, learn more about the disease, donate, and help find a cure.
For sure. And that is your Meet the Brand. Now, we asked the question, have you ever considered downsizing? Shan, take it away.
Yes. Have you ever considered downsizing? I came across this. Well, there was a viral tweet that went around a few months back. I saw it, and it highlighted this Gateway pad. It's called a Gateway pad, sold by Home Depot for $43,832. So $44,000, you can get a house from Home Depot. And people were asking if it was, or if it is legit, and it is. It's legit. But there are a couple catches to it. But before I get into the catches, I'm going to talk about downsizing and how it may be beneficial to those who, well, not necessarily downsizing, but buying a smaller home because it's less expensive than a resale home. Let's say you can get a gateway pad for $44,000 compared to the average sale price of a residential home, which is $300,000, you're saving a significant amount of money. Now to the catches. There are a few catches. So the gateway pad is sold by Home Depot. It is legit. However, it's only the steel frame. Only the steel frame. You don't get any materials. You have to assemble this steel frame yourself, or you have to acquire or secure a contractor to assemble the steel frame. So there are additional costs. You may spend total $95,000 to $125,000, which is still significantly lower than the cost of your average house.
So so what about plumbing and all that stuff?
It's not. You have to have the contractor will do all of that. Yeah, there's no electrical, no plumbing, no cap, none of that. You have to get all of that done. You also have to find a place for it, and you also have to pull permits. Find somebody to lay your foundation, because it's made to sit on top of a concrete foundation. So you have to find someone to lay that foundation.
That makes sense.
Yeah, go to the city, pull the permits. But I was doing a little bit of research, and I did find that some people actually build their mini houses on I don't know what you call the frame for like those mobile homes. They build them on wheels. And so they use them for camping or glamping, what have you. Some people build them and use them as Airbnbs. Some people put them out in the mountains. But it's a cool little setup if you have the resources or the contractors to help you finish the project. But if you do go to homedepot.com, you'll see that they have a wide selection of these
real quick,
gateway pads.
I got to throw this real quick thing in there. If you are a contractor, if you know any great contractors in the Hampton Roads area, please go ahead and leave their name in the comments below, because we're always in search of great contractors. We have clients that are in need of great contractors, so definitely hit us up.
Yep, absolutely. And so this gateway pad is 620 total square feet with the ground. It's 2 floors with the ground level being 570 square feet. And then there's a second floor with the patio. The stairs, if you see in the picture, there's some stairs. The stairs are not included. They're sold separately from Home Depot. From Home Depot. So you have to buy the stair kit. It's a total of 1 bed and 1.5 bath, with the full bathroom being downstairs.
And you said how many square feet?
It's a total, to include the second floor, of 620 square feet.
So for those of you that don't know how big, like you're trying to visualize how big that is, think of a 2-car garage, something slightly bigger than a 2-car garage. A 2-car garage is typically in or about 400 square feet. So you look at that, now you add another 200, so you're looking at a 3-car garage. So you're looking about a good 3-car garage, 4-car garage.
About that.
Okay.
About that.
Okay.
So you're looking at maybe a decent apartment size, slightly small, maybe a New York apartment.
Yeah, it's not very big, but Americans are known for having too much of stuff. So if you downsize, it's just enough to live. And there are a lot luxury versions of the gateway pad.
So curiously, so how does this work? If you know, as far as zoning, so residential zoning, say I'm living, downtown Newport News, Hampton, Virginia Beach area, I found an empty lot. Could I put this on one of those empty lots within the city?
I'm going to say yes, because I was reading on what type of structure is considered, and it's considered a residential home. It's not a modular home. It's not a mobile home. It's considered a home. So I'm going to say yes, but you would have to do more research with the city to get a definite answer. But from my research, I gathered yes. Because
the next question is, not next question, because I always wonder when I see those containerized homes, how, if they could go in the city, because I feel like that's one of those things that's more rural.
The container homes.
Yeah. So I don't know.
Yeah.
Just curious.
Yeah, I think that these can be built on a regular residential lot, just because they are considered residential, residential homes. And another thing is that the frames are made to order, so they're not all the same. So you purchase it, Then you have a conversation or a consultation with the people at Home Depot.
So this is more of a modular design. Throw it up, put it together, go from there.
Yeah, but it's not considered a modular home. But yes, you have the consultation, and they will design it specifically for you. It's designed by an engineer. And they'll walk you through the process of obtaining your permits, building the foundation. Of course, you have to secure your contractors to do it, but they walk you through all. It's a whole process, which is awesome. Also, the steel frames, they're resistant to termites, mold, rodents, bugs, and fire because they're steel. And
I ain't seen nothing resistant to fire.
these steel frames apparently are.
Maybe a certain degree of fire, but I ain't seen nothing resistant
Completely
to fire.
resistant.
Yeah.
Right.
Fire and water are undefeated.
So if you do decide to purchase the getaway pad from Home Depot, know that you're only getting steel frames. But again, the total cost to include the purchase of the frames, your foundation, your permits, all of the other materials, labor costs, maybe about up to $125,000. So,
like water and everything.
All of that, plumbing, electrical. So it may be an alternative to buying a resale home because you kind of get, you get a customized home. You get what you want. You can put it almost about anywhere you want to put it, just so long as it's zoned correctly. So it may be an alternative.
Okay. That's a nice little step up. All of that include for 100,000.
Yeah, it's not bad.
That ain't bad.
I mean, Royce, don't forget you still gotta buy the land.
Oh, that's okay. So
Yeah, you do have to purchase the land.
That would be a
You
real
do.
estate agent, right? So I think how does that affect real estate? You know.
Yeah, you don't. Yes.
Yes.
Secure a real estate agent to buy the land. And those prices, depending on where you purchase the land at, they could. I mean, there's a wide range of prices. I've seen land go from $5,000.
If you just so happen to be in the city of Newport News, or you're looking for real estate in the city of Newport News, just know that the city has lots for sale, and they range between. Last time I checked, between 10 and 15,000 for a single and double lot.
Oh, another thing is, so I was going through the questions and answers, is that you can combine them to make bigger units.
Wow.
And you also can attach them to your current home.
Steel frame hotel.
So that last part is really good where you could attach it, because I could see doing something like this and creating like a man-woman she cave type deal. I could see even an in-law suite. I see that, older parents, you have a child, whatever. So I see that being a thing. But I was also going to say, it seems like this movement, I think, is going to start picking up steam, especially when our Gen Zs start getting into the market, because they like different stuff right now anyway. So I feel like this is something, a good entry point for them to get into. I think it's definitely a market. Elon Musk is in it. There's been low key a tiny house movement for a while now. It's like the subculture that we don't like talking about,
or like living out your like a little RV or something like that.
So I think this is the new RV
basically,
because you can build it on wheels.
Right.
You can do that, or you can build it on a concrete. I mean, it's up to you.
So I feel like this is the new RV because back when I was coming up, they have RV parks. They still have them. Now you're starting to hear tiny home communities. So I think I've even looked at different articles where they spoke about inmates leaving and they using them as halfway houses. Like they have a whole community of halfway houses. So now you have your security of being by yourself, but it's not like a halfway home where you just have your room. Now you have your entire living quarters to yourself. So I think it's definitely a movement. I think it's attainable, and I think that this is definitely a market. If you're somewhere where there's land, this is a good way to jump in. If say you have 3-4 acres, this is a good way to come in here and start building your community.
Now I did I did go to YouTube to look for people who had actually purchased and built this gateway pad, and I will say the ones that I saw, they were not aesthetically pleasing.
The look on your face said it all.
They weren't aesthetically pleasing, so I'll leave leave it at that.
Now, I mean that you're talking about the Home Depot ones specifically.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I know the ones with I know there's a few of them out there. I don't want to give too much shine to Elon Musk and what they got going on, but I know that I've seen a few of them where they're really nice on the inside, like nice and affordable. They have the luxury taste and feel to it, so this is good. I mean, if you can do it, do it. I actually looked at it as being able to build like a man cave or a studio. You know what I'm saying? That'd be a decent sized studio to put in the backyard. So I know I've investigated it, but that was about it.
Yeah, I know that other countries and other cultures, they actually live in smaller quarters such as these. So the last sentence says it's a great way to dramatically reduce your carbon footprint and a perfect excuse not to host this month's book club.
Okay.
I don't have enough space. Can we host it somewhere else? But yeah, check out if you're considering downsizing, check out Home Depot's Gateway Pad or Elon Musk's, I don't know what you call his, the tiny house.
Okay. So now we're gonna go ahead. After that was a nice little segment, you know what I'm saying? If you could ever consider downsizing.
Yeah, I mean.
Yeah, I mean, son.
Yeah, me.
Anyways, we gonna go ahead and get straight into this. We'll go ahead and get into this TikTok bar review, you know what I'm saying? So you know today we only got one. You know, we ain't want to pull off too
Come on,
much.
man, just run it. Let's go.
Alright.
You've got to run it.
Get straight into it.
I thought it was move it.
I think it's both.
You got to move it.
I'm thinking about Chris Brown.
Oh.
Hold on, son. Don't laugh too hard yet. Hold on, son. Don't laugh too hard yet. Just gonna get it started. Oh my God, I'm a man.
So the title: Realtors using the bathroom at a vacant home. Okay, that was the video.
5 seconds.
That's the video.
All right, Sharon, what are your thoughts?
So I've been in a situation where I've had to use the ladies' room at a vacant home, and there are a number of things that can go wrong. You know, I've been in situations to where, you know, I was rushing to use the bathroom and there was no toilet paper. So, you know, I had to immediately go home and shower after. So, yeah. I've never been in this situation, though, where I thought I heard something, but.
So, legendary Mike Jackson told me to travel with a kit in the car, and I never understood why until one day it happened. I went to go show a house, and I was extra early. I was about 30 minutes early. So there's a lot of lessons in what I'm about to say, and I can't believe I'm about to divulge this on YouTube, right?
You always put yourself in interesting situations.
Yeah, so there I was, new agent, pulled up to the house. I was extra early. I'm turning on the lights, but I've been drinking coffee all day. So I had to drop me a deuce. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Yeah. So I go up there, and the first thing I always check for is toilet paper. So toilet paper was there, so that's a win, right? You know what I'm saying? So then I did the flush to make sure that there was water in the tank, right? So, all right, those two complete. So I get down there and I'm doing my business, right? I wipe, I get up, and I flush again.
No water.
No water.
You took the last flush.
Emotional damage.
Last flush. So listen, it's about 15 minutes before the client show up now, right? So I got this odor in the bathroom. It's smelling,
You don't
right?
have
The
no
whole
poop, be
house. Yeah, listen, that coffee download was horrible, right? I'm running back to the car. So thankfully I had a case of water in the car. So I know the neighbors are like, yo, what's he doing? Because now I'm running in the house with cases of water to put in the tank, right? So I'm filling the tank back up. I flushed the toilet. But now I got this smell in the house, right? And I can't say it's the house. Listen, so they show up and I keep walking. So it's 2 floors, right? So I went upstairs, right? So it's 2 floors. So I keep walking around downstairs, wasting time, right? So they get upstairs and they're like, what's that smell? It was like it smelled like somebody just got off the toilet. I was like, nah, sometimes when the house sits, that might
made
be
up some story.
Yeah, that might be some sewage. It might be a sewage cell. I was like, don't let this hurt the house.
Emotional damage.
Yeah, it was bad.
Yeah.
Did they buy the house?
No. I might have stigmatized the house.
That's funny.
Yeah. I was so for all my new realtors, make sure when you go into the house, use the bathroom before you get there, and if you must, make sure you carry your own toilet paper.
Some
make
Febreze.
Make sure you have some Febreze, some candles,
hand sanitizer,
definitely hand sanitizer, because y'all know I said I wiped, right? I couldn't sanitize until you know what I'm saying, until I got in the car. So I keep some hand sanitizer.
Absolutely.
So listen, let's talk about this travel kit, right? Make sure you have toilet paper. You have Febreze. Make sure you have some kind of like bleach spray, some gloves, what do you call it, and paper towels.
Yep.
Because you never know when you have to clean up just a little bit. My mentor Mike, he used to have a broom. Like he had a whole cleaning kit in the car because you never knew.
I was showing a house and there was one of my clients. They might have had a bottle of water. I don't remember how it happened, but it spilled on the floor. And we didn't have a towel or anything to clean it up. So I had to go to my car and use a jacket that was in the car to clean the water up on the floor. So stuff like that happens. You don't want to leave water sitting on the floor.
Emotional damage.
So, now, there's been some, like, I can tell you that I've walked in some houses where they've been winterized. And if you got to pee, that's a bad day.
And make sure you watch where you sit, because if they've been winterized, just be mindful. Sometimes they put plastic over the toilet.
Yeah.
So yeah, real estate is fun.
Yeah. Yeah. I've heard some people having to use the sink.
Yeah, I've heard that too.
So
okay.
Carrie, by the way, has never used a sink or any other black client agent.
I just heard and read stories.
We can't talk about them other.
I don't know about anybody else. I'm just telling y'all that it gets a little tricky out there in real estate,
especially in those.
And I'm probably one of the few that's gonna sit here and tell that story.
Especially in those distressed houses.
Yes.
If you go into a distressed house, just use the bathroom before you go. Stop at a gas station.
And lastly, newer agents, make sure you put on the right footwear.
Oh,
woo! Boy, I'm telling you,
going to a property, because you never know. So I see a lot of agents, my female counterparts, they go out there in the red bottoms and they shine in their heels and skirts, but they forget that they got to walk around the house and outside and outside and decks and all kind of other stuff.
Through the dirt.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know, rehabs it'd be definitely, but I mean, if it's a nice house,
you never know, because your clients want to see stuff that's outside, right? So something like the HVAC unit.
They want you to look at the roof. You gotta go outside and look at the pool or the deck.
Right, and I would say decks for heels.
Ooh, no.
Yeah, because your leg might go through a hole or a weak spot,
or your heel might get caught in one of the things. So just be mindful.
I know from experience.
Why you start rubbing your leg?
Because it was painful.
Hurts?
Yeah.
All right.
Scratch everything up. So just be careful. Also watch where you step.
And go crazy.
No, listen. So I used to wear like, my expensive dress shoes, my church kickers, right?
The lemon pepper steppers.
Yeah.
Let me get mine.
I used to wear those going to showings, but then I learned quickly that I need something waterproof, because it's nothing like getting out and walking out and stepping in a puddle or stepping in some mud.
And let's talk about dressing. So be presentable, be professional, but also be comfortable, especially out in the heat, because it can get hot out there. It can get really uncomfortable, and you just gotta dress for the weather. You gotta dress for the occasion. You gotta dress for your clients.
More especially, dress for safety.
Dress for safety.
Because know where you're going. I've been in some situations where you go and they have the like the bushes and stuff is overgrown.
Bushy baked beans.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm allergic. to some greenery, right?
I
So
didn't know that.
so I have to put on like long sleeve shirts, gloves. I'm allergic to bees, so I've been places where there's wasp and bees nest and all the other stuff, and you just be careful out
And
there.
just
It's a bad
you know,
day.
I say wear tennis shoes just because you got sometimes you might have to be prepared to run.
Jordans.
You know, sometimes you may walk into a house and there's squatters in there.
So that being
What is a
said,
squatter?
that's going back to a squatter is somebody that unauthorized
Oh, okay.
person who's living there.
Enemy combatant.
An op.
Okay.
Right. They're a
The other
household
side.
op.
The other
Yeah.
side.
And they look at you like
They're like,
What you doing
you
here?
ain't supposed to be here.
No, so with all that being said, right? Remember, we still have that class coming up about home safety coming up. Again, check your calendars. We'll make sure we'll put it out there. Make sure you get it on your calendar when we put it out there because we're anticipating space filling up fast.
Absolutely. And we have a newsletter dropping pretty soon. I just got the template. I'll show it to you shortly. We have a newsletter. Keep your eyes and your ears open for that as well.
All right.
Okay.
What we got? Q&A time?
Oh, we got the Q&A, but we ain't got no questions. So, you know what I'm saying? We almost at our time. So, we're going to go ahead and get our last few,
So listen, again,
Quotes
thank
out.
you for watching. We haven't been doing a good job of saying make sure you like, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell. So make sure you do that. If
Make
you
sure
have
you
any,
like, share, and subscribe.
yeah, if definitely hit us up in the comments. Let us know how we're doing. We wanna do better. So we're here for you. So let's get it cracking.
What is our like goal on this one? We got to start giving these people like goals so they can start liking the video.
Man, listen, I just, truth be told, I'm more interested in having honest likes. So if you really like the
like.
video, just like it. If you didn't like it, if you watched the majority of this, and you didn't like it, go ahead and leave comments on why you didn't like it and how we can
Definitely.
improve because our feelings won't get hurt.
Yeah, because definitely, I mean, y'all see, we upgrading the room, getting everything right. We trying to up the aesthetics. So just let us know what we got to do. And, like, character-wise, emotionally, as people, what do we have to do? Because, I mean, the aesthetic could go up. But what do we got to do? Like, what information do we got to put out to help you guys?
What do you want to hear? What do you want to
Yeah.
know? What do you want to learn? What do you want to see?
To connect with you guys on a deeper level, just drop it in the comments.
And if you're looking for outstanding real estate professionals, stop by and talk to any one of these amazing Black Line agents. Be prepared for next year. We're already working for next year. We have some fun, exciting things. We got charcuterie boards classes coming up. We have mixology classes coming up. Like we said, home events. We think we're going to do that as a series. We're actually going to start collaborating more with our vendors or our vendor partners, if you will. So we're going to we're going to create a movement next year, and it's going to be a lot of activity. So make sure you stay tuned for that.
Stay tuned.
Yep. And we're not and we're not in the community. What is it?
We are the community.
There we go. You know what I'm saying? And with that is day 14 Black Line Live on September 13th, 2023. Y'all make sure y'all tune in for the next episode. Bye.
That's it.